pledged its alliance to the ISIS, so security concerns, proximity to the turbulent Afghanistan. So a lot of issues. But today I'm going to speak about the energy issues, and my title of the presentation is how to transform these landlocked countries to the land-linked countries, and I'm going to focus on the energy issues. We can see, for example, let me start with the Kazakhstan. It is a dynamo of the Central Asian economies. It has a lot of hydrocarbons. It is now number 12 in the world ranking in terms of the proven crude oil reserves. It has a lot of gas, coal, and I have to say it is number 1 in the production of the uranium in the world, and number 2 in terms of the proven reserves. I don't know how to operate this one, but I'm clicking, it doesn't change the page. I'm sorry, I was following on the laptop, I didn't know that it didn't change. Can you please just click on the right button, so let me, yeah. Keep on clicking it until I tell you to stop. So these are all issues that I briefly explained. Please continue. And this is Kazakhstan. You can see it's a very important in terms of the energy resources and a lot of hydrocarbons. Please continue. The next country that I would like to introduce, it has a lot of potential in energy, especially natural gas, Turkmenistan, and it has significant oil reserves and some potential in renewable energy. Please continue. Energy resources of Uzbekistan. Uzbekistan is another country that has energy resources in abundance. You can see it has gas and oil, a lot of coal, and potential to develop renewable energy. And I should tell that Uzbekistan is the first country to build a solar energy plant, not just for the off-grid use, but to create energy as a product, to export it to the neighboring countries of Afghanistan. Kyrgyzstan is another country which has a close cooperation in comparison to the others with Canada. Cetera Gold, which is known as the Kumtor, is working on developing gold reserves in Kyrgyzstan. This and the next country, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan, altogether, they don't have hydrocarbons, they don't have oil and gas, but they have a lot of potential in the hydro energy. Unfortunately, it has not been utilized so far. And Kyrgyzstan only uses 10% of its power, and Tajikistan has the same situation. It is number 1 in the region in terms of the potential, and only 5% have been utilized so far. To the recent reports, it has some oil and gas, but it's very difficult. It's technologically demanding since it is located 5 kilometers beneath the earth, so it's going to be very expensive to extract these resources. But there are estimations believe that there are some reserves, energy reserves and resources in the region. So after giving this general overview of the energy capacity of these countries, we can see, I'm very, very sorry, it's so difficult for me to operate because I'm trying to change the scheme. Could you please fast forward? Yes, and this is a table shows clearly division of the energy resources by the sectors, and you can see in the hydro column, Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan has significant potential, 82 and 96, And the other three countries, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan, has a lot of gas, oil, and coal. So we can see this polarization in terms of the energy resources. It is very important to reconcile these two resources and to make these countries to cooperate in terms of the energy that has been done in the past. I will talk about this in details, but to give you the information about hydro potential, Central Asia also divided by the upstream and downstream countries. So Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan basically controls the water of the Central Asia, being upstream countries. You can see in the next slide that it shows. Please, next slide. It shows the altitude and the areas which is in yellow and red is Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan. The rivers of Sirdarya and Amudarya starts to run, and it goes all the way for the downstream countries before reaching to the Aral Sea. Next slide, please. Central Asia is very intertwined. You can see part of this. It has a lot of legacy of the Soviet Empire. All countries were interdependent, and the construction of all industrial energy-related projects were built in the way that each republic, Soviet republic, depended on another. So this is a clear example to show. This is the Farhad Dam. You can see with the red dot, it is a powerhouse which is located in Uzbekistan. Next slide, please. This is the zoom out view of the Farhad Dam. On your right, you can see the powerhouse, but on your left, and I will zoom there shortly, you can see the basin itself. Next slide, please. It's right there, and it's located in Tajikistan. So reservoir is in Tajikistan, but the powerhouse is Uzbekistan. You can imagine what kind of problems it can create. Number of them, political, economic. So that kind of challenges happen there. And they're all intertwined and interrelated with each other. And I can say the main factor that determines the relationship between upstream country of Tajikistan and Uzbekistan is water right now. Tajikistan tries to benefit from the hydro potential it has, and one of the ways to do it, they're trying to build the Rogum Dam. Next slide, please. This is the construction of the Rogum Dam. It's a very ambitious project that started in '65. It was engineered at '65, and the construction began in '76. But this will be the highest dam in the world. So the kind of the Tajikistan authorities running for the record there. Recently, it has received a positive review from the World Bank assessment, and but the problem is in financing. So right now we have potential in hydroelectricity that could be developed, but unfortunately, due to the drop in the oil prices, stakeholders are not that eager to invest money in the long term when you have a lot of hydrocarbons in your neighbors. So it's easy to solve this problem in the short run, buy cheap oil and gas, but it's difficult to find significant money. You can see it's a different estimation from $2 to $6 billion to complete the construction of the Rogum Dam. But in the investments, it's the huge problem standing in the way to construct this dam. I would like to continue. Please go on. Once again. And I would like to talk about the Eurasian Economic Union. This is an initiative that was initially started by the President Nursultan Nazarbayev when he delivered speech in the Moscow State University. And then it developed in the supranational institution to create a union which started as a customs union in 2010. The reason I'm talking about this because through the different stages it developed to the level that it envisions creating the common market for the hydrocarbons, for the electricity between the member countries. There are 5 member countries, as you can see, at the current moment. Tajikistan is one of the candidates to be the member of this union. And in 2025, they envision the common market for the hydrocarbons. So it's going to be unified energy market. And of course, it affects the energy policies within the region significantly. You can see on the next slide, this is information about this Eurasian Economic Union. It has a lot of potential, but unfortunately, first Nazarbayev vision, and then after the which takes its roots from the old school of the Eurasianists, but Putin has a different vision. It happens to be different by the effects of Alexander Dugin and Panarin. It becomes more politicized form. And Kazakhstan has to repeatedly state his position that they will not accept any political engagement and structure within this region. It is created purely to serve economic needs of the region, but we can see the different 2 visions by the Nazarbayev and the Putin, and there is a clash. And due to the economic difficulties and hardships in the situation right now, this project is under the question, and some experts even announce this project dead on arrival. So they don't believe because it's so difficult to create the structure that could address these needs. Next slide, please. Another important development that I would like to mention is a Silk Road initiatives organized by various countries, by the American government, Turkey, of course China. America envisions to create the Tapi pipeline, which is to deliver the Turkmenistan oil from Davlatabad gas field all the way through Afghanistan to Pakistan and eventually to India. It's a 1,800 kilometers pipeline with delivering 33 BCM of gas. Many call it a dream project. It's very difficult given the circumstances and security situation in the region, but there are some hope. Please continue. And Goelver is a program. This is not something new. The cooperation in terms of the energy in the region is not something new. It has been developed before. During the Soviet time, there was a unification of the energy grid within the Soviet Empire. One thing has changed since the Soviet time is the appearance of the national sovereign borders. So the best way to have efficiency and sustainability in the energy is to cooperate with each other. The cheapest energy is hydro energy. You can see a lot of potential in Kyrgyzstan and Tajikistan. You can generate, because it's a seasonal energy. During the high water season, you can generate a lot of water, which runs down anyways. You can generate electricity, supply it to the other countries. During the low water periods, you can use the hydrocarbons from the other countries to supply energy back there. It will be the most efficient and the most sustainable model to continue on this. Please continue. This shows the energy grid, which is already there. It used to be, and it's currently developed. Please, next slide. This is one of the projects financed by the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank called CASA 1000. It's a very important project that envisions to deliver electricity from Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan to energy-hungry markets of Afghanistan and Pakistan. And I would like to conclude on the following note. Why Central Asia is important and why we should be concerned here in Canada. Just a final example to make it clear. I'm very interested in the natural sciences, and the power of the gravitation is very known to everybody. We can see the moon up in the sky, but the laws of gravitation conduct that it should fall on the Earth. Why it doesn't fall? Because of the other gravitational forces up there. All other planets, even if being far away, they have their own forces. So it's up there, it's so constant, so we have a lunar calendar. So what is important, participation of other countries, their influence, and it will be there. Of course, these countries are not celestial bodies, but effects of the other countries will keep it there, and it's very important for the region. It will provide economic flexibility, political resilience, and better cooperation in the region. Thank you very much.